That's the stream deck.
Quit playing.
And I'm vlogging it too. Gas showed up. What's happening?
Yeah.
Someone doesn't sound too
Yes.
sure about that.
He's so mad.
He's about to drive a Ferrari F430.
What up, though? What up, though? What it do?
Oh, dog, you raw dog in the arms today, huh?
Man, a little bit, man. It's actually hot here, man. Hey, listen, man, I'm not just putting the ceiling. Look, I'm feeling real proud this weekend, okay? Put a ceiling fan in, you know what I'm saying? Just a lot of manly work around here. So, yes, I'm showing off the arms that did it, goddammit. Anyway, welcome to the Any and Everything podcast. I'm your boy Ralph. I'm here with the squad, LV, Mark, Zoe. Moan is actually on his way. Apparently, he's having some technical difficulties on the phone, trying to get his internet and everything fixed up. I have somebody's going to join us soon, which is my sister. She's going to be pissed at me because I tried to have somebody else join, and they decided that, they were busy. So, she is going to be highly upset because she said she would not represent women by herself. And I'm kind of asking her to do that. Now, I'm going to try to get someone else in here while we're on here to represent. However, before we get into the topic of the day, the main thing, we were backstage, and I'm pretty sure for everybody that's in our age group, a little bit older and younger, we are all aware of the beef that's been going on with Kendrick and Drake, right? People was calling Drake Thanos, said he was out here snapping fingers, erasing people, but just like in the movies, Thanos has been defeated too. So Kendrick decided to come back, not one, not twice, not three times, not even four.
My dog Kendrick showed him how to really go back to back.
Right? So, it's exciting time for hip hop. We haven't had anything this good in a long time. I'm starting to feel like the way my pops did. When I was growing up, I was like, the crap y'all listening to now is trash. I feel like that about some of the newer music right now. Like, a lot of shit is trash. This right here, though, I feel like is bringing hip hop back. But I don't really want to do all the talking myself, but I have some theories. But I would like a weigh in, dog. Vizzle, talk to me, dog. What do you think about this? Because, man, we were on the same page.
Right? What's going on, Motor City? Been a minute.
I feel like, I felt like, Drake was out here with an invisible force field, and dodging bullets.
Yeah, so
he took a couple shots. he bleeding right now, my boy.
We talked about this before. He has this. I can't blame him for it, but he has this way about himself. Like, no matter what I could do, no matter what I do, I won't lose. And it's been going on like that for years. Even with the Meat Meal thing, we've talked about that to almost 40 minutes last time. But he asked for this. He kept poking the bear.
But did he?
Yeah. No, yeah.
I don't think he did. I think that they were. I think this originally started as them putting Kendrick on the same pedestal with him and J. Cole.
But
he didn't poke the bear.
His first disc, he asked for this.
Oh, absolutely.
Who you said? Drake asked for this?
Yes.
He didn't poke the bear. He just.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't poke the bear.
He just replied.
Kendrick.
I disagree.
Woke up, was like, yo, so
I'd love to know how.
I don't want y'all to.
Here.
All he said was, "Is this Big Me?" That's it. And then Drake came back.
No, you got to
that
go
was
back
the biggest thing
You gotta go back before that.
that was the original breakdown from
I gotta
First Person Shooter.
And so one of the reasons that I feel as though Drake started this in the first place, Drake been throwing shots low key at Kendrick since they toured together back in the day when he was bringing them up. Like so when Drake was asked a whole lot of questions about when he started winning, Kendrick started winning all the awards. Drake was throwing shade. When he started talking about working with Kendrick again, Drake started throwing shade. Drake been throwing shade to this man for years, bro.
If
This
you do
ain't
the
no thing
math,
that just happened.
if you do the
This
math,
ain't just happened. It was
if
throwing
you
shade for years.
if you do
Just
the
sitting there
math,
like this.
okay. So I heard you. If you do the math, Kendrick took his first shot way, way back in the days. Kendrick
Back
been
on the
poking
Big
at
Sean
Drake.
record.
Now, there you go. There you go. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
He took a shot at Drake on Big Sean's album.
Oh,
Only person that actually was like sparring with Kendrick at the time was Cole, and everybody gave Cole his respect for that. The only person that shut the fuck up and didn't do nothing was Drake, and everybody was mad at Drake doing the Meek Mill beef because they're like, "Why didn't you have that energy when Kendrick went after you?" So that everything you're saying, everything that you're saying about the sneak dissing and below things, that happened after,
no,
like
it did.
after the fact of the situation that happened with the Big Sean album. Kendrick always poked the bear. He's been always the poker in this situation. I mean, you could challenge what I'm saying. I would love it, but if you can't, just understand. Kendrick been poking this bear for a minute. I kind of feel like it was a bait and switch. Kendrick been baiting Drake for a while. He has, no diddy. He's been baiting this man Drake for a while. And the reason I'm saying that is because Drake finally took the bait, and we see why he wanted this so bad, because he wanted to dismantle Drake from the beginning. Like, I don't know what the issue is between these two. I don't know why Kendrick had this big beef with Drake from all these years back. I mean, I give him a lot of respect though, because we had a conversation on how beef should be dealt with, where you just don't say nothing, you just shut up. This is what Drake did for the longest. He literally shut up. He said, "I'm not gonna go with this man. I'm just gonna keep play my role and do what I got to do." He did this for years, up until now, and then he decided to drop this track. And unfortunately, he took the bait.
I'm gonna go ahead and in our group chat, I'm gonna go ahead and drop y'all the real way that this shit played out. So it's been playing out through songs ever since they toured together. Literally, like he's been poking this man. Then my
you
man
still going with
Kendrick.
Drake poking Kendrick?
No, we talking about Kendrick. Yeah, Drake poking Kendrick. Drake been fucking talking shit low key for hella years, bro. The people just didn't peep the shit out. I was trying to figure out, like, damn. I was like,
we talking
I need
about
facts.
I was like,
see what
damn.
you got.
I went
need...
and I legitimately went back and I was watching YouTube, like, why they got so much beef? So one of the music producer, he put out the first song that Drake did. It was after Kendrick started winning awards. So then Drake fucked with him some more, start poking at him.
But
so then Kendrick ain't say shit. But then Kendrick started to blow up. Drake was getting upset. He'd throw little digs at him in interviews, right? So then as time went on, then my man Kendrick, he don't hold his tongue. He started going off. Just like he did in Control. You know what I'm saying?
It's after Big Sean. I'm telling facts.
No. All this stuff, this was getting to that point of Big Sean. What you talking about? Everybody think that Big Sean situation was what started it because he was name dropping. That was just a figment of everything coming together.
Just to throw this out. Kendrick's first award was 2012, right? Big Sean's album, The Control song, was 2013. So it was the year after his first award.
Right.
Now, I don't know where it started, but for everybody that's been listening, that is where it started as far as Control, because that's where everybody first heard
publicly
Kendrick actually drop his name.
And that's the difference between what Drake been doing and what Kendrick did.
Drake was saying that he's been sneak dissing for a minute, right? Yeah. And a lot of people don't understand. I didn't understand. Had to do some homework. Still doing some homework on that.
Right.
But be that as it may, right? No matter who started it, I'm really interested to see where it's going to finish, because this is how I looked at it, right? Drake dropped the first one and then turned around and dropped the second one while waiting on Kendrick to respond to the first one, right? So he had what about 2 weeks, about 2 or 3 weeks in between, right? Before he responded. In that 2 to 3 weeks, what I think Kendrick did was be smart and was like, cool, I'm gonna go ahead and make me a track. I'm gonna make me another track. Make me another track. Make me another track. I'm gonna drop the first track. Since you want to do back to back, let's get back to that.
But
I got another one for you.
There's so much going on. It pretty much what Kendrick is doing is responding back to something Drake said. Drake said,
"No, I agree."
Yeah,
I
quote, Drake said, "To come back, you're gonna have to do some quadruple, like some crazy number." If you look at every track that's been put out, if you actually dismantle when he put them out, some of the numbers that's in these tracks, some of the things that's happening, a lot of this stuff got birthdays.
Oh, facts.
Got album drop dates, stuff like that, and they all mean something. So don't think it's just like one song and it's just like Euphoria. Oh, this shit is fire. No. For people who don't know, Drake is the executive producer for a TV show on HBO called Euphoria. And it's based off of little girls dating grown men. And this is where the pedophilia thing come in, where Kendrick comes out. Where he's like, how are you doing all of this stuff? If you look at, that's what I said. It's a lot of shit that you got to look at before we get into this conversation.
I know that's facts. Like this shit, the shit here lately has been getting real deep.
It's getting deep.
And to sum it all up, you know what I'm saying, so we can go ahead and get into our topic. I'm excited. I think this is something that hip hop kind of needed. Now, with all BS aside, I really hope the shit stays on wax. You know what I'm saying, or digital. Whatever you want to say it right now. I don't want this shit to turn into no shootout. You know what I'm saying? We grown. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody need to die behind the shit. But it is hella entertaining. And if the direction is going, if people keep releasing information, somebody gonna get hurt. somebody gonna get their ass beat. At least somebody gonna get jumped.
Like I said, I would love to see
somebody close to somebody gonna get beat the fuck. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like to see what Zoe got. I love to see what Zoe got.
They got a couple of shit that if they say some off the wall shit is gonna turn into a problem.
It's already been off the wall shit. The one
but I feel like
Meet the Grams is
rough. That was tough. That was tough.
I'm gonna have to come see you, bro. I'm gonna come see you.
But you know what, though? I feel like Family Matters is rough too, man. He said a lot of things in there, and once again, hadn't done all my homework on that either. But if some of the shit he said in it was true, he ain't as squeaky clean as he claimed to be either.
This is one thing I was trying to say, because I sent everybody the same stuff. Like I got
and we listened to it.
I got 4 group chats, right? Me and my twin brother, we got one, and my twin made a good point. To me and him going back, he's a Drake fan. He loves Drake. I like Kendrick. You know what I mean? I do fuck with Drake to an extent. I do. But we was having this conversation, and I'm telling them, if you think about Family Matters and Meet the Grams, I mean, just look at the topics. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Kendrick is not stupid, bro. Family Matters and Meet the Grams. He's literally like it's wordplay. But Meet the Grams, he went after his mama, his daddy, his son, and his unknown daughter all in one song. You gotta understand this bad, bro. I don't know, but let's get into the topic. This is interesting, but I really do. I want to listen
for those that are watching. Please chime in on this on the Facebook page.
If we don't have women up here, do we really want to have this conversation right now?
I got some people pulling up. And what I can tell right now, by the way you asked that question, you clearly have not drank enough. Because the other night when we was drinking, boy, we was on it. And I had only had one drink. But as the drinks flowed, a lot of shit.
Oh, y'all already had this topic? Y'all already talked
we kind of talked about this the other night with a couple of friends. You know what I'm saying? You were kind of MIA for a second. And it came up in passing, right? And if I'm not mistaken, we were talking about how, women just don't listen sometimes.
Who? We as in who?
Women.
As in me.
Men?
No. How women don't listen to men.
Oh, ooh.
That's why
The change a lot, didn't it? It
Oh,
hit
yeah.
hard, didn't it?
I'm not.
That boy,
Yeah. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm going to give a simple.
Who was in this conversation?
Listen, none of that really matters. Okay. Here's the thing. I'm giving a small example. Okay. For example, let's take it for someone that is a personal trainer, right? You tell this person, hey, this is what you need to get to your goal, to where you want to be, right? It's got to be a better way. You go on Instagram, you see somebody that's completely shredded, and they say, well, this is what you need to get to where you need to be. Same shit that the personal trainer said. But it took for somebody else to say that you saw that was famous for you to actually listen to it. And then when you go back and get checked about it, it was like, yeah, but they said to do this. I also said that. But because it came from me, you didn't want to listen. I'll give you another slight example. And these are just slight examples because I'm trying to keep you PG-13 as possible, right? There's been times where I say, you know what? Maybe it looks great on you. I think it looks real good. Well, I don't know. I don't think I like it. I'm telling you, I think it looks good. I'm going to take a picture, send it to a girl group. They say it looks good. They think it looks good. I'm going to wear it. You was ready to take that shit the fuck off when I just said it looked good.
Are you wearing that shit?
But now, because your friend said it looked good, it looked good.
But I get that.
Why? And before you answer, let me go ahead and introduce my sister Alicia in here. Alicia's gonna represent. We've got Alicia, you on mute. We've got an old colleague from the Ladies Taking Over group joining us right now. We got Mel pulling up.
Thank God.
I don't know where she just came from. Look like she just came from church or
praise the Lord.
praise Jesus in the name of
Lisa, I don't know what I want to answer.
Can I finish?
I don't either.
Can I finish what I was gonna say about that part?
Go ahead, please.
I can understand that because if I told my wife, hey, because they assume we gonna say everything looks good. We feel we have to say that, or that's how we feel. No. But that's how they assume we're giving that energy. Like no matter what I look good, yeah. And it's like okay, ask my girl. The girl gonna give 110% answer as opposed to us just saying, oh, yeah, you look good, you all right, you good. They're gonna break it down on why it doesn't, and then
she'll give a girl's perspective.
Yeah,
like it's cute, but it's clashing with this, or this particular body part is not necessarily giving what it needs to give. It'll be a different kind of answer.
And not to cut nobody off, but I do feel like it depends on the individual. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like me personally, like I said, I'm a stylist. Everybody know this. When somebody asks me how does this look, they're actually asking me to help them critique it. And I might tell them, I mean, you can act, I got witnesses. I got people where I'm like, that shit don't match. That look ugly. It make you look fat. It make your belly look over exaggerated. You already have a stomach. Take that off. It does not insinuate your breast. So, fast forward past all of that. It depends on who you asking. Because sometimes you might have a yes man who is kind of trash. Because he's going to tell you, yeah, baby, that do look good. And you might not look good. So with her knowing her man is a yes man, who unfortunately, some women have these yes men, they will go to that next level. Like, well, my women are not yes men. So they're going to tell me, girl, that shit look terrible. No. So they might go vacate to someone of a more reliable source based on the person that they're dealing with at that time. Like me, for example, if I ask my girl, how does this look together? And I know she doesn't understand style, and she might tell me, oh, that look good, baby. I might think twice, like, wait a second, you might think this look good on another corny ass nigga. And then I might go take my resources to my stylist people, and they be like, hey, yo, man, them shows look dumb. Nigga, like them bitches like they're doing a U-turn. Then I'm stuck. I'm stuck like Chuck. We at a restaurant. I look stupid. I look like a clown. Ronald McDonald. My girl said,
but then you gotta expect that your person that you with is not gonna let you walk out here with you, representing you, looking like trash.
I mean, stylist or no stylist, you can't just walk out the house and
but that's what
somebody
I'm
agree
you.
and say.
That's what I'm telling you. Because if a woman has a yes man, he will have her going out there while other women judging her outfit because he don't know what he's saying yes to. So that's my whole point.
Because for me, it's a personal thing.
Go
Like,
back to you would tell your girl she looked fat in something.
I mean,
absolutely.
Why should you lie to her? I mean,
Because
what do you want me to do?
Here's the thing. If I say no, you don't. But then you go out and everyone else is like, ooh, that's a little small on you.
Yeah, that ain't doing.
I'm an asshole.
I feel like there's another way you could say it and keep the.
I won't tell you.
Hold on. The ladies are here. What's the way of saying it?
Nah, you look fat in that. He.
What is the way? I'm asking what we should say. What's the way of saying it?
Before I was rudely interrupted.
It looked uncomfortable.
Before I was interrupted. I didn't tell
her. But that leads to the other answer, though, whether you beat around the bush or not.
I didn't tell her you look fat, but I most definitely said that ain't doing it. It ain't working.
Yeah, but Mark, you got to look at this though. If Alicia said one of the good responses is you look uncomfortable because I'm fat. I mean, it's not a good way of saying it.
One approach will have you guys having a good night, and one will set your tone for a bad night. Is all I'm saying.
How?
I don't think I'm different strokes, different folks. I don't think no woman want to hear her man say you look fat in that. But even if we ask, do I look fat in this? The answer should never be yes.
But the perception, sometimes you guys have already thinking it. All it takes is something to lead onto what you're thinking of. So if I say, hey, something, whatever my response is, you can be like, he gonna think I'm fat. And now you still already pissed. Even though I said it. It's the same thing as when somebody breath stink.
I'm pissed at you. Just pissed that this outfit is not giving what I wanted to give.
And that's fine. Here's my thing.
That's fine. Then I told you the truth.
I don't, if you pissed it, I said, I told you the truth. Then you just gonna be pissed.
Because if your girl see it and they be like, girl, you look pregnant. And then you come back looking at me like, oh, you told me this look nice. Then I'm like, and I'm looking dumb as hell because I lied. But then 12 of your girls just said you look fat. Now I'm in the wrong because I lied and I didn't tell you what your girls told you. So you gotta, you see what I'm saying? Like,
I know it sucks, but it's always good to be honest up front.
I'm very
around
honest.
the bush, because if you lie about what she has on and you send her out, somebody else may say it, and you still be in more trouble.
I'm not saying lie. I'm saying just be a little bit more
using a better descriptive word.
And I'm with you. So I mean, there is a better descriptive word, but like me and Mark just said, I'm not out here like, yo, you look fat and that shit.
Yeah, it's not gonna be that.
I would say it like, hey, do you feel comfortable in that? You look comfortable. You feel comfortable. You know,
but if you're dealing with a woman who is weak-minded, it's not all women. Some women who have low self-esteem. See what I mean?
Y'all suck at words. Choose the right words. Weak-minded.
I don't think I would use that word. I don't think I would have used that word.
No, I'm serious.
It's worse and worse.
It's not getting worse. I mean, I'm just calling the way I see it. When you're dealing with somebody who's not like, who is up here, who's always emotional, which a lot of women are, they're more emotional than men, but there are also very emotional men out here. So it ain't just women. You know what I mean? No matter what you say to that person, it's always going to come off as something that's horrible, even if you say it at a nice tone. For an example, how do you walk up to somebody and say they breath stink? There's no nice way of saying it.
Hey, you want some gum?
No,
that's it.
No.
Because you're implying.
Let's crush that stereotype right now, bro. Asking somebody do they want some gum is not the same as telling them they fucking breath stink, bro. Let's be real. Let's keep it.
If you ask me, do I want some gum out of nowhere, I'm gonna be like, why are you offering to me? Is there something going on?
Yeah, but that sounds better than, hey man, your breath stink. Take this.
But that's the thing. We are different. You know what I'm saying? You might come up to a motherfucker that got bad breath.
That's what I'm trying to say.
You might ask him, hey, do you want some gum? His shit might be humming. He like, no, I'm straight. Then you say, brother, you need some gum. Like, you just let him know. Like that's how I am. Like, you know what I mean? I'm a very honest person. That's just what it comes with it. Like, I hate to say it, but I would hope I get the same in return. If my shit kicking like Jackie Chan, I want a motherfucker to ask like, bro, your breath, bro, here, take some gum. What?
Who's that? Robot?
Oh, you talking about robot male?
Robot male?
Yeah, you can't do nothing, though. You're gonna have to leave Alicia up here by herself.
to struggle with all of us.
Right, I got Amber and Mulder in the comments.
Hey, Zo, that's a classic Discord now right there.
Right.
All right, so I know I'm in here a little late because I was having internet issues. What led on to this conversation?
The other night.
Bro,
you was
there.
Man was there.
I was drunk. Yeah, I was drunk.
No, I'm talking about to this particular conversation. I know we're talking about right and wrong, but what led to the whole saying something, and how do you say it?
Because every time we tried to say something, it was like, no, that's not right. Every time we spoke on something, it's like, no, and it's like, y'all never fucking listen. Y'all don't listen to us. Y'all don't listen. And things were said that I know people ain't gonna say right now.
I'm looking at Alicia's face. The floor is yours, Alicia.
There's some things that were said that I'm not gonna put nobody on blast, and I know they ain't gonna say it right now, but they understood, right?
Who?
All right, so I'm gonna put you on blast. So listen, she said that's because some women actually think that they smarter than men. That's what she said. I didn't say that. She said,
we do. Because y'all do. Can we cuss on here or no?
Yeah, you can cuss on here.
Okay, because y'all do dumb shit. Y'all say dumb shit. So a lot of women do feel we're smarter than you.
Okay, so here's my next question.
But it might not be in every category, but in the categories that are important to us.
There's the excuse.
We look at them very differently.
There's the excuse. All right. I know it's a caveat to everything.
Yeah, there you go. I can't fuck with that.
But here's the problem. Here's the problem. Don't ask me a question, and then when I give you the answer, you say, no, that's not it. The fuck you asked me for?
That's fair.
There's some comments too we can focus on too. I mean, Amber.
Oh yeah, we were kind of going in. All right, so here's one. Did you already talk about this comment?
Yeah, we got on that.
Okay.
We'll be back on that.
Circle back around on that shit. That's just hot.
Yeah.
Oh, my boy Charleston White.
Okay,
I mean, I'm not
what
saying.
About this? I don't know you just say that. All right, in the words of Charleston White, men are more analytical, where women are more emotional. Oh, I just said that leading on to this. If you ask women her perspective, she's likely to say how she feels, versus men might say how they think. Sounds like men are pretty smart there. We tend to take feelings more into consideration, which can help men hurt us, in my opinion. It's always best just to know what you're dealing with and choose your words accordingly. So,
I mean, that is kind of a smart
analytical. The word analytical and leading with your emotions it sometimes speaks for itself.
Oh, my girl's pulling up. I'm so excited to see them.
Dog, Glenn, speak on it. Hey, somebody.
Glenn, how's it going? Teresa, how's it going?
So the topic is pretty much why don't women listen to men? We could be right sometimes, right? And then the other thing is too, like I said a few minutes ago, is you think you have the answer to everything, right? And when you ask the question and we give an answer and you say that it's wrong, what was the point of you asking me that question?
Amber, why don't you just hop in?
Please.
You didn't know what the topic was.
Before you run her over with a steamroller.
She pulling the Zoe. She's saying she can't make it to the show but be in the chat box.
Man, good thing that my internet broke up when you said that because I ain't hear it. So what you say?
That's okay. You can play it
back. She said how? Okay, I'll send her a invite.
Send her a link.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain if Amber knew this was gonna happen, she probably would have been all hands on deck. Because oh man, even her research game would have been stupid.
Like you said, the Charleston White, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all answer with y'all emotions.
Amber, I sent it to your Facebook.
The things that we think we get usually from facts. It's not. They didn't say we answer with a guess. It's what we think because we get the answers from facts. Y'all talking about how y'all feel.
Can you provide an example?
Oh my god!
This is fucking
Jeopardy.
Smart ass.
Real life
situation of it. Don't tell how you feel.
A real life situation happened. Okay, I literally was on my phone looking at the forecast. It said 80% rain. I'm getting ready with my girl. I'm like, hey, look, you might want to put something on. It's gonna rain. She said, it don't feel like it. I said, I'm telling you, I'm looking at the forecast. It's gonna come down tonight.
Thank you.
So at the end of the day, we went out. I ended up having to take my jacket off to cover her head.
That was so
as I
sweet of
should.
you.
As I should. No, granted, as I should.
Okay.
But had she listened to me,
as she should,
with the facts that I had,
the
facts is telling me in my research today, we're gonna get 90% rain. So, for her to say, well, it don't feel like it. And I'm like, oh, okay. And it start pouring. I'm just like, yeah, here go my jacket. As if I didn't tell you that earlier the day before we left the house, Sweetfoot. And now she out there soaking wet.
And your smartness.
Literally.
You're a man. You're so smart. And your smartness.
Hold on, Alicia, I got something for you.
What happened?
Alicia, I got something for you. Because there is
for you guys to be caught in the rain.
Just grab the extra jacket.
No, I was prepared. I gave her what I had. So I got
Right,
wet.
but now you soaking wet.
Yeah.
But he was really prepared. You would have grabbed her.
Okay, wait. Hold on. So
I got things for you.
Thank you. This is a perfect example. Y'all are walking right into the wall.
No, but I got something for y'all. I got some stats.
Why do I need to
got
cover
some
the fact you didn't listen?
So look, to back up some of Alicia's claim, right? Because there is some facts to it, right? So pull it up on Google. In the last decade, women surpassed men in college completion. In 2021, the census found that the number of women with degrees was about 3 points higher than the figure for men, 39.1% compared to 36%. And looking back at history, those figures shows remarkable changes.
People of black women.
Wait. What the fuck does that have to do?
Look, I was trying to help you out. Now you want to just solidify
I'm just saying, because the statistics are even higher when you look at black women. That's all I'm saying.
I was just about to say that.
That's why we don't listen to y'all, because we know more.
Mean that men are smarter. Women are smarter than men. Don't mean
What does
that.
that have to do with anything?
Oh Lord.
Seriously, what is listening is listening. It doesn't matter how smart you are.
Hey, man,
Okay.
give me the power to fucking pull up these damn fucking.
Am I wrong?
Y'all be slow with this shit.
Are you wrong with that?
Oh my Lord. What is going on?
No. It has nothing to do.
I know the answer. You don't listen.
Okay.
You thought you knew.
Okay.
Because you didn't listen.
Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear
you.
you.
She got the little get up on again.
I know. I wasn't prepared, but it's okay. I figured.
Nobody's prepared, Amber. Join the party.
No.
Prepare us for this show. They weren't structured and organized.
Okay.
So, no. Okay, I'm
okay.
She just throwing darts. Sorry, Amber.
Go ahead, Amber.
So, okay, now I was just trying to elaborate my comment. So, like, when I said that, which again, let's ignore the fact that it came from Charleston White. I know he but men are more analytical, meaning that they lead with how they think versus how they feel. So with that being said, that's why a lot of times, sometimes they can come off a little more direct. Sometimes it could sound a little brutal because they don't consider how it's being said, what words are being used. And sometimes when you're talking to another person that can, like, I guess, separate the emotions, they can take the message. And I can admit, as a woman or as a person, I can admit that sometimes my emotions can kind of get in the way. So like if I'm getting into it with somebody, they could be telling me the truth and their honest opinion or their honesty or whatever. But if they come at me in a certain way, I hear the tone more so, and I focus on how it made me feel. So when I calm down, I'll be like, all right, you all right. All right. Okay. but in that moment I was heated because you might've been coming at me in a way that I didn't appreciate. So now men can do that as well. But in all honesty, I do see it more common with women because we are emotional for the most part. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But there are some who are able to channel their emotions better than others. Hence why, we always go down to slashing tires and stuff like that. And we do the most. And it is what it is. But I can agree with that. So in the past, I can admit that there's been times where I might have missed a message, even though it was true. But I was more so focused on like, yeah, you could have worded it different, or you could have said it in a different way. But nonetheless, it's whatever the person said is probably facts. And so, you know, when it come down to, like, for instance, when that's why, and I don't agree with this, is not right, but I think that's why in society, you know, they have like this perspective of how women run businesses. They feel like we're incapable of running businesses, we're incapable of being CEOs and being in charge, because they feel like we might get emotional, and you know, whereas they feel like men are more quote unquote analytical, so they can run a business and not get their emotion involved. So that means they got to fire somebody for the better of the company. It is what it is. Whereas they feel like women might have a more difficult time doing that because of our emotions. Now, I can't, again, I don't agree with how the world thinks in that way, because a lot of times that leads to, you know, sexism in the workforce, but that's how that's they operate off of what they experience with men and women.
That's what I'm talking about, Amber. Handle your shit,
Oh
Amber.
my God.
This nigga.
No, but
I really love when people can look at it like that.
Stand on 10 toes.
I mean, no, it's just, I mean, and it's real, and there's nothing wrong with it. I think that's the problem, and to me, is that these differences that we naturally have is not the issue. I think it's how we handle those differences. Like, if I know I'm more of an emotional person, I know that I might need to check that shit more than somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I can admit that Mark has said it, unfortunately. I've worked on myself. I keep my hands to myself more often.
I say very
but I was, but being real, yeah. If you said, if I was,
I want them to hear what I told you, so they can understand that I'm not like, no one's off limits.
No. Like, and Mark, all my brothers, period, they told me, like, you know, just an example. And again, this can happen outside of relationships. I'm not trying to make this into a relationship, you know, topic per se, but just making it into an example. In my relationships, when I got a little hot and bothered, yes, I will get handsy. Not proud of it. It's not okay. Whether I'm a man or a woman, need to keep my hands to myself. And my brothers told me flat out.
I told you.
So all this time, when Mark's been in the background talking about you beating the shit out of Ben, he was not lying.
He was
playing. The worst part is she out here thinking that the worst people here are innocent.
Amber's a little
it don't
super
make
fan.
sense.
Listen to what I told her. Which is why you got to tell the truth.
Oh, no.
Okay, no. Now let me just make this clear. It wasn't like that. Like, I went out here getting the cops called on me. It wasn't that serious, but I did get a little, you know, handy sometimes.
That's because you be beating them.
Hold on. No, that's not true. I wasn't Batmaning people. I went out here Batmaning people. But my brothers told me. My brothers told me flat out. They said, look, you know, if it comes to that point where he hits your ass back, that's on you, because at the end of the day, you're not keeping your hands to yourself. Just because he said something that you don't like. And again, it could have been factual. It could have been just some, like, how he really feels. And it's just his honest opinion. And just because he said it in a way I didn't appreciate. Now, there was more to it than just that now. So it wasn't like I was just, you know, getting handsy because he talked to me in a certain way. But it was other stuff that was pent up. And, you know, and I felt like, all right, that's enough. But either way, you know, but I knew I had to check on it. I had to check that shit. And it's okay that I acknowledge that, yeah, I had a problem. So I think a lot of times when us as women, when we get caught out for having those problems, we can get a little defensive when it might be some actual truth to it. Yeah, and so, you know,
speak on
yeah. So,
but you know what you're doing right now? You know what you're doing that also doesn't happen a lot is realizing the issue and the mistake, and that you could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I mean, I think majority of the people that we know,
some women are wrong. They dance around the
oh my God.
They can't seem to say, damn, you right, my bad, or I was wrong, you were right. Or
now I will say
the biggest one.
Robot.
Robot can talk. A woman a little bit longer to come around to seeing your point of view.
That's the problem.
And why is that?
Because you can't just take somebody's word for it. If you don't understand, you don't understand in the moment. But if you put some thought, like Amber just said, as she think about it, she come back and say, you was right. You was right.
When you do, it still take an extra 2 to 3 weeks.
Like, I'm glad you got the camera set the way you got it.
But again,
before you can say, I'm sorry, you was right.
Again, but just like I was saying, so that's why the common joke of it is, like, you know, when women get into it, we can be like not fucking with each other for a long ass time, but men can have a whole full fist fight outside and then come back in and have a drink and call it a day. It's just that y'all just handle y'all emotions to me. Better over.
Unhead me.
No, Amber.
I agree with one part.
Somebody screenshot that Amber
I'm
face.
remove that just so we don't put that screenshot. Because no one screenshot
Knew
her
it was
face like
coming.
that.
Knew it was coming.
I'm so glad
But
I'm
I wanted
on
to touch on what Mel said though. You know, you can't always take somebody's word from it. So there's different statuses when you take somebody's word, right? So if it's somebody that you really trust, you have a relationship with, usually you're going to take that person's word for it. But if it's just some random person, of course not. You know, so you can't just fully depend and lean on that. That's just how I look at it.
But you have to be able to see things and understand things for yourself. Just because somebody said, "Man, you always look like you got an attitude."
What you do?
Like how you looking right now?
I was going to say like you do. I mean, you look like you ready to cuss
You got the
somebody
shiny forehead
for no
gleaming.
reason at all.
Dog, I was thinking the same thing. That boy a fleek.
Man, that forehead, my eyes burns.
I don't even want to make my point no more. Never mind. I don't even. Never mind. Ain't matter no more.
I got
You can burn ant colonies with that forehead.
Leisha is talking. Hush.
What up, Biz?
What you say,
I
Leisha?
was saying I can relate to the one thing that Amber said about the delivery of things sometimes. Like how you're saying it will make me shut down. Like earlier when you guys were saying like you look fat in that, or like I would be done. Like, all right, I don't even know if I would really be in the mood to go out anymore. But was what you said wrong? No. And I might come back later and feel like I over responded because what you said put me in my feelings, but I can admit that later on, not right there in the heat of the moment, though.
But is this somebody random saying you look fat in that dress, or is this a close friend, or are you talking about anybody?
That's a good point.
We were talking relationship wise, like if when your girl comes and say, "Babe, I look fat in this."
First and foremost,
and if he say yes, then you're offended. You're the one that asked.
Like I'm kind of happy but that's what I'm saying. Like, see, at least you got big breasts; they're very juicy. But what I'm saying when I come to that point is when it comes down to certain things and how life is done, you gotta understand the way you're developed. You gotta understand the way you're built. So if
would you like to be closer to Alicia? I can put you up there with him.
Hey.
All right.
So if I'm telling you this, that they're like really pouring out of your dress, that they're really visible, huh? I don't understand what's happening. But all I know is this: if I'm telling you this for your safety, that if you go out at night,
that's right.
I don't know, but you respond with tact. If you care about somebody, you're gonna always respond with tact. Like,
no,
it's not,
hold on, I'm not gonna hold you. Lavor's been trying to say something for like the past.
Look, he's sitting over here like it's fine.
What you gotta say it with
He's
your
on
chest.
mute.
Say it with your chest.
I was looking at the other side of it. So if you ask your girlfriend, your wife, and she gets we give our opinion, right? They go ask their friend, and they take their friend opinion. I don't get mad at that. I'm like, all right, well, all right, that's cool. They saw something I didn't see, fine, whatever, go have a good time. So how do y'all react to that? Because I'm like, all right, well, maybe they saw something I didn't see.
This is
that's great.
I react to that irritated as hell. And I'm
let me tell you this.
I don't get irritated by it.
The reason being is the reason that the same thing I asked to the beginning. Why ask me the question if you're not going to listen to my answer?
Because she's your she's gonna ask the husband.
Ask them.
No, I'm not.
Like if I'm right next
to you, doesn't.
Lucinda, you still.
How can you if what I say doesn't matter? If you still got to go double.
It's not that it didn't
matter. It's not that it doesn't matter.
The confidence that she needed to walk out the door in that. That's all. Seriously.
No, y'all gotta understand. We can't read y'all minds though.
But here's the thing.
I don't think it's about reading the mind. I just think I'm giving my opinion. I think you look
good. But what Alicia said,
girls who she's going out with, they gonna give it. Oh, don't wear that out with us. Wear something different. I'm cool with that. I didn't know where y'all was going.
But what Alicia's saying, she's looking for comfort more than reality, right? So if you say yes, you look better.
No, that's not it.
If you ask me, do your outfit look nice? I'm not gonna say no. You look fucked up. Like where the fuck you get? I'm not gonna.
I think it just boils down to
It's the way you say it.
No, but
Yeah.
the question that you asked was a yes or no question. It wasn't a full sentence answer. You said, what did you say? Do I look fat in this dress? Yes or no? Then you're just going to get the one word answer. And then you get offended by if you're looking for comfort, then it's no. But if in reality, if it looks like that, then it's yes.
But
I
how
can't read
often?
your mind to give you the appropriate answers. What I'm saying.
How often they gonna come and ask you, do you look fat in this? They'll say, how do I look in this? That's, I mean, from my personal opinion, that's how it comes to me.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna ask nobody, do I look fat in it? Because I don't want to hear yes.
Yeah.
My thing
I
is,
don't ask questions I don't want to hear the answer to. You're not about to tell me I look fat.
Sure, if somebody's
That
gonna
also
joke with you,
tells
you know, don't
if
even
I ask the
that also
question,
tells the story of what that person is thinking, though.
well, if I ask a question, I'm kind of doubting what I have on. So if I come and ask you, hey, do I look cool in this? So I'm already doubting before I even step out. Like, I don't know about this. Let me
But
get your
you know
opinion.
it's you
I
know
get
what's
your
funny.
opinion, and then I get it.
That's the honesty, sweetheart.
That's right, Teresa.
Put a bow on honesty though. Like be honest with me. If I asked you, do I look good in this? Does it look all right? Say
okay, if you ask
I
me,
don't think so. That might not work. You might want to
that's
try
what I
something
said.
else.
Did I not say that? I literally said I'm gonna tell you,
hey,
no, that ain't
that's
working.
what
on it.
Mark was saying he was joking, but he was like,
Yeah,
I didn't say that, but I said it in a way.
If you come
like,
to me, okay, prime example. If you come to me, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, you look like straight trash. Boy. I don't know what the fuck you doing. You look like a bum.
I got you, D.
You're not going out to eat because you look like you can't
got
afford
you,
it.
bro.
Like I'm not gonna hit you with no haymakers, but I'm gonna tell you it ain't working. Try something else. We going somewhere. Do something else. If you get offended off of me telling you your outfit is basura, if you upset because I say your shit look like trash water in the nicest form that I can, if I'm being nice and you get upset at it,
ew,
trash water, trash water.
water,
Everybody wants to step on trash water. But at the end of the day, okay, all I'm saying is, for my standpoint, I can't speak for no man, no other man that I know, unless they agree with me. Then I can speak for them. But I'm very honest, and I do consider the person I'm dealing with. Just like I told Amber, if the nigga knock you through the wall because you slapped the shit out of him, Amber, I'm not fighting no hawk nigga because you wanted to slap the shit out of him. I can't go out there and kill myself because you beat him. So just like I tell Amber that I'm not. It's a nigga praying for me right now to come in that jail. He praying for me right now to walk in that jail. I'm not gonna give him the gratification.
You got that long, slick hair, dog.
I'm not doing it.
Drop,
I'm
you
not
got
going to
that
jail
hair,
for no
Mark. You got that hair.
I'm not going to jail for no buffoonery.
He gonna walk in. Hey,
do this
put
move
your hair down.
Not going to jail for no buffoonery. But what I'm saying is this, and just like I can agree with Amber because it is the delivery of it. But at the same token, I'm almost certain whoever you're asking, you're confident. You're like you have a confidence asking this individual this particular question, so you should be ready for whatever they're gonna tell you.
I don't know about that.
What?
I'm with that. I'm with that comment.
Ladies wear what you want.
I think men are
because it's about
people in general are attracted to confidence.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now that's very true. I can agree with that. I mean, know your body though.
This is what I was saying. They saying up in there, dog. Right now. They hoping you kill somebody so you can get up in there.
But, I mean, but once again,
I need that slick hair.
My whole problem with it is, like I said, you ask the question, I give you an honest answer, and then you say okay, but then you got to go get all the answers from somebody else.
And I mean, but people.
What if she wanted to take a survey?
I'm not mad.
This ain't no fucking survey. This ain't.
I mean, no, I get what you're saying, Ralph. You're saying like, why ask? Like if you're that's a different scenario. So you're saying like, why ask you for your opinion and then go ask someone else? Because at first I thought we were talking about why ask for your opinion and get upset. Because like,
no, not get upset. I mean, you may not like what I have to say, but if I feel like it's not valued at all. And I'm not saying that this is what happens to me. It has happened a couple of times. But if you ask me, does this look good? We're getting ready. It's me and you. We're getting ready to go out. Does this look good? I think it looks great. I'm not going to lie to you and say it looks great and it looks like shit. We're getting ready to go out together.
Yeah, that's why I guess I was trying to get the issue. Is the issue that she's getting us another opinion?
The issue is that if I say it looks great and they get another opinion from somebody else and they change what I said was good, then why ask me? Why did you ask me? You should have
Okay,
just
that's a different. Okay, so then that's different. Okay,
In that
so
sense, yeah. But if you say something look bad, like, I don't know about that. Then
yeah, if
yeah,
I
go and ask
yeah,
your
and that's
girls.
fine.
I
Okay.
That's
think a
fine. That's
lot
fair enough. I'm like, I don't
is,
know about that.
but I think a lot
But I'm
of
not gonna
people's
see you out.
issues.
I'm not gonna see you out of the house looking busted.
I think a lot of people's issue is some of the people that's saying everything else other than the person you're supposed to be listening to. So, for the
Ooh,
example, if you go out on a date with
Glenn.
somebody and you ask them that particular person, how do I look in this? They say fine, but then she sends pictures to all her friends and they say, I don't know why the hell you wearing that. You know, who's more important are you supposed to be? If the man feel like it's okay, then
Mhm.
why
You
not got to
love
be
their
ruined? Why
friends.
you got to have an attitude when we go out because I didn't say what they said? It does look good to me.
So Robin says because
Sometimes
I
you
see
just
her
don't
with rose
involve
colored
people
glasses.
in your. Sometimes you just don't involve people in some of the things that you do. I know that we all go to work, right? Everybody works 8 hours a day, right? And not unfortunately, but fortunately, sometimes unfortunately, your work people basically becomes family. Let's just be honest with that,
Oh,
right? And
oh,
you start being personal with some of the people that you meet at work. Some things you should share, some things you shouldn't. But then sometimes you go to work with these people all day and you get their opinions and all that stuff, and then you come home and you talk to the person that you dedicated your entire life to, and then you get all these mixed feelings about what that person says, because you're not going to be at that job forever. Everybody's going to get a different job eventually at one point in time. So I just feel like in certain situations, somebody shouldn't say anything if you don't matter at that particular moment. Don't get other people's opinion.
I
Mhm.
Okay.
think in that particular scenario though, I could see why that could happen because just like Robin said, like, if I ask my significant other how I look or whatever, and that's common. Like my boyfriend or husband might say, "Oh, you look good." And I might think he's just saying that just because, okay, well, you just saying that because you're my husband or you're my boyfriend or whatever. And then if I hear from
nope.
not only if I hear from somebody else, but if I hear from another woman, I might take that opinion differently. Like if they say, "Oh no, that ain't matching, that don't look good," then I might be like, "Okay, you might be actually being honest with me." And so that's why I think that
But
situation is a
but
little
why but
different.
why would you
But
think the
then why
person that
ask?
you dedicated and promised your life to
Now
would
that
say something dishonestly?
I'm not even saying that
But
No.
you need
no,
to,
no,
then
it's
why
not. It's
ask
not. It's not that I think
if
that
you're
they're
not
like.
gonna listen?
I
That's all I'm
mean,
saying. Why
yeah.
ask if you're not gonna listen?
I mean, I
Ask
can't. I
them.
can't. I'm giving
Opinion
just
of
my
her
opinion.
own, bro.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
mean,
I
I'm
that's
feel
talking
like
bigger than clothes,
so.
but
Right.
just because you gave your opinion doesn't mean okay, what my boo said is law. I no longer have to think about this.
I'm not saying that either.
She still has
I'm
an
not saying
opinion of
that. I
her
agree with you
own.
on that. I agree with you on that. But if you want my honest opinion, where you come to me and be like, whatever the situation, I'd be like, baby, that is beautiful. I really love that. And then you be like, man, on some bullshit, and now I got to go talk to somebody else.
I
Like,
mean,
really?
I don't know. I mean, like, I don't. I mean,
Here's
I
the
don't
thing
do
with
that. Me personally, like, if I ask somebody or whatever, my significant other, like, I don't really ask my other friends after that. Like, I just whatever he says is like, okay, if he like it, then cool. Especially if we're going out somewhere together or something like
Mhm.
that. But
Now,
so this is just my
okay.
opinion.
now, what
I
if you
don't.
come back?
Here's
What
a
if you come
question that'll
back and
start
yell
shooting
at
outs,
him? Hold
right?
on, hold on. What if you come back and yell at him, right, about it because somebody else said something, and no, listen to me, and you actually hurt his feelings? You gonna apologize about it,
Wait.
or
Ask
you
the
gonna
question.
continue to listen to all the
Hold on.
friends that told you?
What was the
yeah,
question?
what is you saying?
So if I tell you, use my scenario, right? I said that looks beautiful, and I actually meant that, but you think because you're my husband, whatever. I don't think you're being honest. So you go to all these friends, and then they say something, they got your mind all messed up. You go home and yell at them, and he was actually honest. You hurt his feelings.
I didn't.
You gonna
I mean,
apologize to him?
no,
That
that's a
just sound
whole
like a
nother
shitty
thing. I'm
relationship.
about to no say no, that's a whole nother
Oh,
thing. I wouldn't come home and
situation.
yell at him like, "Oh, you told me
But
no."
but
Like,
if you no no, but if you don't tell him how you felt or that he's lying or you feel like he's
Uh-oh.
lying, then how's he gonna know the next time you want to know something?
wait, hold on. Say, I'm trying to,
This thing a mess.
I'm trying to get past the.
I feel like we need a
Say that,
scenario beyond
say
these.
that, say that one more time.
Okay, so
Hold
Okay.
pretty
on.
much
You
he's
said,
wondering why you getting it. Why would you come home and yell at him for him giving?
yeah, like I wouldn't, like, cause that's the thing. I
You want to
would,
know? You want to know
I,
why? Because if you ask that person again, he's going to say the same thing. If he actually think that's beautiful on you,
okay, then that's
and
fine. But
you,
like, I
but
mean,
She was on why she yelling at you though.
That's what I'm saying. Like I wouldn't like. I think that scenario you posing is assuming that I'm just a piece of shit woman. Like I'm not gonna just come back and be like, you bastard. You told me like no. Like so first off, it's a confidence thing. Okay. First off, it's a confidence thing. Okay. If I'm already feeling like this don't look good, and I gotta ask you, like if I gotta ask you like how does this look, and you say it looks nice. If I'm already feeling like I disagree, then that's a whole nother thing. And I might just not like the outfit personally myself. So I don't know. But if I go out and they say I look bad, then I just be like, oh well, my boyfriend said I look nice, and I thought I looked nice. At some point I gotta take my own opinion into consideration. So like if I look at my outfit in the mirror and I say, yeah, okay, I like it, then at that point I really don't care what anybody else got to say. So if somebody else told me I don't look good, I'm not gonna come back and get mad at him because I chose to wear it as well. Like my opinion also is, a thing. Go ahead, Mel.
So I'm gonna tell y'all about a situation that I got in. I was with somebody. I'm going to a family function for the first time. Never met the family before, and asked how I looked because I didn't know what type of event it was. So I'm like, is this appropriate to wear? Is this cool? He said, yeah. We got there. I looked like I was getting ready to go to a backyard barbecue. Everybody's dressed all nice. I'm in like a little picnic dress type situation. Everybody else is dressed like they going to a wedding. And I didn't ask nobody but him, is this appropriate?
I mean, because you had a yes man. So
you can't always ask just one person, because if he think you look good in anything that you put on.
Wait. Okay, that's great. Great scenario, right? So who you gonna ask?
You can ask your best friend.
Yeah, but she don't know where you're going. So what's the point?
You ask them what kind of event it is. Is this appropriate to wear to an XYZ? Or is it appropriate? Do you think this appropriate to wear meeting his family for the first time?
Here's the thing: you didn't know where you were going. So if you ask your best friend, "Does this look good?" She don't know that you're going to a picnic or you're going to a fancy event. So what's the point? The problem with that situation was,
tell me if you feel like this looks good to be meeting your family for the first time.
I think,
you know what? I guarantee you,
and the family ended up being very conservative. He just didn't care.
If it was a backyard party, then it probably would have. But apparently it wasn't.
And I think too, like that, like people have different ideas of what's appropriate for certain events too. So like if what they might think is formal might not be formal. What somebody might think is casual may not be. Like I seen a meme that was kind of funny. Like, oh, when they say it's a casual gathering, and then the girl dress up all like over the top because that's just how they dress. So I think some people just have a different idea of what's appropriate for certain things, and you might look good, but they might think that like they might feel like, yeah, well, this is appropriate for where we're going, and you get there and you're like, well, to me that's not appropriate. I would have wore something different, So I think that's just I feel, and then correct me if I'm wrong, fellas, I feel like that's a challenge that men might have when it comes to women's clothing, as far as like what's considered formal or casual or not over the top or underdressed. Maybe I could be wrong about that. I don't know, but
if I know we're going out to a nice dinner, I'm not going to tell you to bring a romper. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean,
we're gonna try to get
It depends on the maturity. It depends on what people think.
Can I ask other examples of when you guys think women don't listen? Since that's how this conversation started.
Yeah, when I say, "Hey, what's to eat?" Just pick. All right, I picked this. I don't want that.
That's that conversation right there about food. That's
I'd be ready to kill somebody.
Man, it's crazy that we stayed on this damn part of the conversation.
You didn't listen to me when I said let's here because it don't really matter.
Yeah, I never have a moment of you're hungry. You don't know what you want, but you know what you want, right?
But you know what? You cut out. Say that one more time.
I say y'all never have the moment where you're hungry. You don't know what you want to eat, but you know what you don't want to eat, right?
Yeah.
That don't happen to y'all?
Yeah, that happens.
But it's easier for you. But it's easier for you to state what you don't want to eat, other than just ask us a general question for us to guess what you don't want to eat. That's literally what the
It's not a
issue is.
guessing game. It's just a matter of what.
No. But that's what I'm basically telling you. It is a guessing game because we have to figure out what you don't want to eat because you didn't tell us what you don't want to eat. It's a guessing game. What the fuck?
But this is more of a this is
general.
Wait.
You don't have in your head what you don't want to eat. You just know you don't want to eat it when he say it.
Okay, wait. Isn't this more of a decision situation though, not a listening situation? I feel like is that what we talking about? Because they always say that women are indecisive, but that's different than saying women don't listen.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we talking about?
Yeah, I don't think that's.
I feel like everybody's indecisive depending on what it is.
I got a good example. I'm about to answer Alicia's question. All right, goddamn now, Alicia. I'm hungry. What you want to get to eat?
Well, it's Cinco de Mayo, so Mexican.
I don't like Mexican. Give me something else. I want Mexican. That shit ain't gonna fill me up. Give me something else.
Mediterranean?
The fuck no. Give me something else. Now let me tell you what's happening. Let me tell you what's happening right now. I put you in a situation where you're gonna lose, no matter what you say. Whatever you say,
it's not a losing battle if you suggest something good.
But what's wrong with putting it on that person?
You just suggested two things that you wanted to eat that you thought was good. Am I correct? And now what did I say? I said no. I said no.
Perfect example. That's another great example.
Listen to me. I said no to both of them. What did I do? I literally put you in a guessing game because now you have to figure out what's going to make me say yes. So that's literally the thing that I was trying to point out. You put us in a place where we can't win, where it's like, okay, wait, what you want to eat? I don't know, honey. You tell me. And then we looking like, okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I can't even relate to this topic because I don't have no issue.
Hey,
I have no issue picking out something to eat, so I can't relate to this.
I'm gonna go ahead and dip off here. It's been over an hour. I'm gonna get on out here so I can finish my day. I think we should have a part 2 of this because we did not reach into the bag at all. We stayed on this part of the conversation for how long?
It got really interesting though.
It did, but
around Discord when we were talking about it.
That's what I'm saying. Like we didn't get a chance to even get as deep as you know what I'm saying. We were supposed to get with this conversation. So if you guys want to go for the part 2. By all means, I'm down for it, and then we can be a little bit more organized with that. But we kind of stayed in the superficial a little bit, which still was a good opportunity, good time, and we had a good conversation. So I'm getting on out of here, and I'll let y'all on Discord.
100.
Now that's one thing. I'm so glad. Peace out. One thing I'm so glad that you mentioned it. This is the Discord thing. Like I'm literally blindsided. I'm like I have no research. I have nothing. I'm winging the shit out of this. And I'm doing good at it.
The guys were on there saying women don't listen, and I just felt, obligated to defend us.
We listen when you're right. We listen when it makes sense.
It's not smart.
Wow, yo.
We doing that? Okay.
I hate shit like that.
Pops, you gotta chill, okay? Dad, you gotta chill, Pops. You gotta chill. This is uncalled for and unnecessary.
Yeah, hey. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna comment on that because y'all know how I think.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that there are plenty of other scenarios and examples that.
For example, when moving into this room, tried to explain that a certain piece of furniture would not fit. Right? Tried it in all different angles. She comes home. Yes, it will. Like I'm trying to tell you, unless I take this fucking door down, it's not coming in here. It will.
Sounds like it'll fit with the door down.
Okay, cool. Show me how. Well, if you take it, no, it didn't fit that way. Well, if you try, what if you put it this way? I tried that already. No, try it again. Still don't fit, right? Well, I guess it doesn't fit in here. So I just spent all this fucking time telling you what I've already told you from the beginning, but you didn't listen. Situations like that, that's what I'm talking about. It's not with everything, but it's things enough that where it irritates the shit out of you. Oh my God.
I think that's what I personally needed out of this. I needed to hear something.
Oh my God.
I can relate to that. And I don't think her intent was to not listen or to be frustrating. It was more so, well, did you try this? And because you have to admit sometimes guys half-ass things, right? Or
Oh,
I'll
hey,
just
boo.
say, sometimes people
Yes.
half-ass, right? So she's saying like, well, if you try it like this, or maybe if I'm here to help you and I can tilt it or lean it, or maybe we can figure it out together. So she just wasn't in a place of giving up on it like you had, because you firsthand saw why you felt it didn't fit in that room. But she wasn't there for that experience. So you saying it, okay, but I'm
Why
sure
do
we
I
can
got
try
to
this
do
and
it
try that.
twice?
You said what?
Look, look,
Why do I got to do it
look what
twice?
Alex said. She gave an answer for you, dog. Look what my boo said. She
Well,
said now you
I'll
have the data
explain
to
that.
support it.
Who's I'm just curious, y'all. I'm curious. Well, before we head out, whose topic was this? Like, who decided? Who wanted to?
It was a
We were
conversation on
just a
Discord,
Yeah, they
and
had a
conversation. We decided to
conversation
bring
in
over here.
Discord about that.
Because the reason why I'm asking, because like I thought, because I thought that some of the examples were going to be like more how can I say it? Like, because I already admitted that, yeah, you know, we can be a little, you know, I can think of like other scenarios that's kind of like
Give
shows,
another
you know what I'm
scenario.
saying?
Mhm.
Like okay, like right now I'm trying to
Most
think of,
definitely can agree.
huh?
I said because I probably most definitely can agree.
Mhm.
If you give me another example where y'all wouldn't listen.
So so like and this is not me per se, but like there's some things that we may not, you know, trust certain men to lead in, I guess. So like when it comes down to like friendships and how we might handle certain situations. So like if we got a friend that we kicking it with, and we might have an issue with that friend, you know, coming to y'all for advice for that, we may not listen to it as much, or you might say something about it, and like it's a few things I could think of where we may have an issue with men taking lead, I guess, in it. But like as of right in this moment, like I'm not gonna lie, I can't think of like, but I think like coming from whoever came up with the topic, I guess that's why I was like, what scenario would happen to make that person be like, you know what?
It was just
I
multiple
think we were
situations.
talking about gaming, weren't we? It went from Lizzo dropped, but it went from gaming and women not understanding why they enjoy gaming the way they do, and it shifted into y'all just don't listen. And I'm
You
like,
know, using the gaming. So okay, so it's hilarious. I actually saw a post about this where they said it's funny how guys can't communicate, but then when you're playing Call of Duty, you telling your teammate, you know, like perfectly telling them how to get
that's
through a certain
totally
level.
different.
No,
That's
no, no, no.
totally
But
different.
no. Let me finish what I read. So
Yeah.
somebody responded back and said, "Oh well, it'd be different. Can you imagine? I tell them to go find the weapon in this area, and they say, "Oh, gee, thanks. Would have been nice to know that beforehand." Da 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 da. And then like, so basically saying like, if they was playing with somebody who was, I guess, emotional or getting their feelings, it'd be more difficult to operate that way. So, but you know,
The example was is that
Yeah,
when
hour
you're
and 10. Are we still going? Like, what's going on, man?
We can
you know,
if you gotta
I
drop.
mean, you can go. So
that's so rude. That's so rude. Both of y'all. That's just rude.
I didn't do it.
well, you didn't want if you didn't want to be here.
Yeah, please God, do not do that.
I didn't do it. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, don't do that. Just let me tell y'all. When I'm telling y'all the time, I'm telling y'all because that's where we're at. So
No
yeah.
problem. But
Yeah, no
the
problem.
whole thing with the gaming thing is that's
Outta here,
instant
man.
communication. That's something you're looking at the present. It's different when somebody tells you something 2 days ago, you know, and things come up, things get in the way, things take you off a track of what you're doing, to where you kind of forget something, and it can become miscommunication. Trust me, I am a definitely a person at that, you know, when it comes to, you know, because I got a lot going on. I have a huge family. I have 3 kids, you know, and then I got a house that, you know, that I'm taking care of. I got events with all the kids. I got cars and work and everything else. And we're doing the podcast and amongst other things. And somebody tell me something, I'm going to forget it. I'm going to just be honest with you. And it becomes miscommunication. Like with that article, you know, that didn't make sense to say that. You know, not saying nobody agrees with it or anything, but
mm-hmm.
it's happening right there at the present, so I can tell you that right then and there.
Right. No, I just thought it was funny that was the conversation, because I read something like that and it was kind of, I was like, I mean, I don't agree. I just thought it was a funny thing to say, like, oh wow, y'all could y'all say y'all can't communicate well, but y'all sure can when y'all playing, you know. And I was like, all right, well that's funny, but
Well,
yeah.
the example that we were giving yesterday was the fact that a lot of women don't believe that when fellas saying they're going to hang out, they're just going to chill with the boys, going to play the game. They don't believe that that's exactly what it is, right? And luckily, you know, some people witness it firsthand. When we get together, we really don't be getting into shit. Like we're happy with just chilling, playing the game,
Some
shooting
of
shit,
y'all.
chopping it up. Yeah, but see, and I think that's the problem. I think that's where the whole listening situation comes from. It's because of what you've been through in the past versus what's going on now. You know, and a lot of times it's really unfair because when we give you the honesty and you then still get accused of the opposite, it's like, well, what's the point of me telling you the truth? Don't listen to me. Don't ask me.
And literally go back to the first thing I mentioned when we first got into all this shit. Like, honesty is everything. If you come in and ask me something, I give you honesty. Why did you ask me if you wanted to lie? Like, that's my whole purpose of what I'm saying. If you ask me, hey, does this look good? Why would you ask me that question and you want to lie?
And I think that's
and that's my whole purpose. So when everything comes down to it, it depends on your partner as well. Like my partner, every partner I've ever had, they knew if they asked me that question, they was gonna get stylish tips. They didn't get hurt, they didn't get ruffled in their feathers, and oh, he told me I look fat. None of that shit happened. They literally was like, oh, okay, thanks, baby. And that was it. But if you're dealing with somebody and they don't apply those things, then that's when the problem is, because you don't know your significant other. You don't know who you're asking this question to, because you might be going to them for honesty and they might give you a lie and have you going out there looking like boo-boo the fucking fool because you trusted that person and you didn't know that person. So that's my whole stand on it. Honesty is everything. Like, wouldn't you rather somebody try to tell you what the truth is other than somebody lie to you?
And I think that goes to my point and what I had came in with is that, like, I don't think that, you know, our response, and correct me if I'm wrong, ladies, our response to that would be we don't want to lie. Everybody has a different way of being honest. And sometimes the honesty can be brutal where we might, again, like I said, might miss the message more so because of how it came off. It might be like, okay, well, you know, then it goes into the whole, I'm gonna wear it because kind of thing. But yeah, and maybe I can be speaking for myself. I want the truth, but at the time, I can admit that the truth might get blinded by how it's being heard. So,
and then think about, and not even to cut Amber off, but think about what we're saying. Like, prime example for what Ralph said. Hey, look, that furnace is not going to fit through that door. What does this man generally have to gain by telling you it's not going to fit? What does he got to gain? It's not like he's going to win at anything. He's just literally trying to prepare you guys.
But in that scenario, it's not that we're looking at it like, oh, you're lying. It's
you
may not have tried this, or you may not have tried that.
This is the one part right here that my daddy said that's been right. There ain't no point of us even trying. Ain't no point of us trying to win.
I don't think that's what he meant by that.
No, well, that's exactly what I'm taking, because no matter what, okay, no matter fucking what, I explained to you, I told you that it wouldn't fit, but now I got to do it twice to prove my point instead of.
But the thing is, it's not like
if I don't prove it, fuck it, I guess I'll figure something out myself.
I mean,
but I feel like there's a lot of when y'all say something like, "Okay, the furniture wouldn't fit through the door." In our mind, we straight go to how can we help. It's not you don't know what you're doing. Let me come in here. It's how can I help? Let me try to help him get this in there because we're trying to get it in there anyway. He wants it in there. Let's help.
If you don't perceive it as trying to help, then it come off as almost like we just don't know what the fuck we're doing. It's the same way y'all said, oh, it's how you say it. It's how y'all say it.
Okay, like, but Marcus, what about in that same scenario if something Robin suggested and it worked and got in the room?
Okay, prime example. When I'm on set.
You didn't even realize what I just said, though.
Now you don't need my help.
You don't need my help. What I'm saying.
Here you go. Here you go.
That's what I'm saying. There's been plenty of times I fit in anything.
Oh. All right.
But aside from that, what I'm basically saying is this. All I'm saying is when it comes down to particular things, we probably more than likely go to y'all. Not for a resolution, but for an explanation. We're trying to tell y'all, look, we did everything we could, baby. But this ain't gonna work. We got to figure something out. So if you come in with something like more so of making us seem like we didn't do the research, in how you portray it. If you say, well, did you measure the door? Of course, you're going to be looking like, well, yeah, that's how I know it ain't going to fit.
And I can agree with that. That sometimes we can also come off a certain way. Like I don't. I could say that. Like
don't listen.
But everybody's trying to
Charles, they have a
what they're
Discord.
thinking. That's all that boils down.
Teamwork making gin work. I don't even drink gin like that though. So.
It might be a second episode, Ralphie, but I would love to talk about what you mentioned on. You said about the gaming, and we treat you like what we've been through with other people versus taking what you said as a matter of fact.
Okay. I mean, we'll rename the topic, and I'll make sure everybody knows and is aware of the topic and the title. Amber, Mark.
No,
okay. So to
I
that,
know this is on the fly. This was on the fly. I didn't send out the information. That's on me.
I saw it.
It's not the point. Point is, I'll make sure everybody's prepared. Damn it.
I came in late. I was having a lot of internet issues, and I was on the phone with Wild and everything.
That's because we know. Oh my God! Listen. One thing we're gonna do is we're gonna try. Alex, you gotta understand. One thing we're gonna do is try everything. You know why? Because if we don't try everything, you're gonna come home and ask us to try everything. So we might as well try to do it the first time. The problem is that when we try everything, it doesn't matter. We got to try everything with you. So then when we don't do it before you get home, it's like, well, why didn't you do it before you get there? Well, I wanted you to see that the shit didn't work. But you can't do shit without me. I'm just saying. All I'm saying is that I keep going into the argument that would just make no sense.
All right, Lavor's making comment, and we got to get up out of here.
Yeah, I've been very quiet this episode because I'm very simple to come to these things. I'm like, it don't work. You come tell me it don't work. It didn't work. All right, so now we find a scenario together. Let's find a solution together.
But usually when y'all arguing about the door thing, everybody all pissed off. I don't think nobody would have had a solution.
It's anything. So if I say, hey, what you want to eat? I don't know. I'm ordering with or without you. I know what you like. So I'm gonna order what you like from this restaurant. Problem solved.
But why does her feedback have to be Why can't
why y'all automatically go there?
Because you go in the direction. It's a problem. Whoa. I let everybody speak. My turn.
I know, you have. You've been quiet.
I was dominant.
LB been getting attacked.
It only comes after 3 hours if you see me sweating and trying and my heart is YouTubing. And now you come with suggestion. Why we can't do that 2 hours ago after I'd have been to the Ace Hardware, I'd have been to Lowe's, I have been to Home Depot.
I'd have took the door down.
Say, where were you at 3 hours ago? So I don't want to hear what we could have, should have, would have done. Where were you at before? I'm all about teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. So you see me down there, frustrated,
but you fucking up. You messing up, Alicia. Listen, Alicia.
He said Ashley.
Alicia.
I'm sorry. He already had. You gotta understand. For LV to say this, he's already came out the blazing. He's got his turtleneck on. He's got his out. He's trying to figure out how to get these kids to school. It's too late. The corduroys is out.
Why are you comparing me as a teacher? I have a corduroy. This is what I wear to work.
Now, okay. Now I will say this real quick before we end. Now, because I noticed that a lot of whenever I hear a guy repeat something I said, I always hear them repeat it with so much sass, and I didn't even say it like that. I could have said, he could say something like, "Oh yeah, I'm about to run late" or something like that, and I could be like, "Oh well, just make sure you don't forget to take this with you." If he repeats it back and he think I got an attitude, he'll literally say, "Don't forget to do this." That's what you said.
That's how we heard.
But
that's how y'all hear it. Ain't not.
And sometimes, and I just wanted to add that sometimes it's been so many, and I don't even talk the way that I was mocked, like they be doing the smacking the lips and the head shake. I said I don't even talk like that.
That's just how we hear it.
But sometimes, but that's how y'all. That not only is that how y'all hear it, that's how y'all react to it. Y'all react to it as if that's how it was said.
Yeah.
I want to get to that.
We know where it's gonna go. We know where it's gonna go.
No. But see, now y'all starting to act like women. See how y'all getting all upset and in y'all feelings? See? And all I said,
See
see?
what you did there.
Or how y'all
See?
say we act.
Right, how y'all say
We don't
we
answer
act.
that.
See? That's my point. That's my point.
I
Y'all
only
do the
get to the
same.
octave
Y'all,
2 hours later, Amber.
Hey.
I've been down there fixing this toilet for 2.5 hours. Then you say, "Oh, try this." Like I haven't tried it.
but see, but
2
if I
hours
say,
ago.
but that's what I'm saying. If I
That's
say,
when
have
the
you
octave
tried
comes up.
this? Then
I'm
then,
here,
then
not
y'all
here.
do y'all hear? Did you try? Do y'all just hear
But
something that
yes,
was not?
but
Yeah,
you gotta
yep,
understand. Okay, let's
yep,
let's do it in
yep.
the opposite direction though. You know, you say, well, I tried everything to get this doorknob off the fucking door, right? I can't do it. Well,
Getting
did
in
you
your
try
feelings.
using this? Well, did you try using this? Of course I
Because
tried using
the
I'm doing the
burner
same
Why
thing.
that turned it on
Because
that?
you're irritated at the fact, like, you didn't think that I used my brain to try everything I
But
possibly
see how you making up this whole thing, this
It's
whole
not
The
making
whole
up. This what
attitude,
happens
neck
no,
every
but
low,
time.
face
that's
all
what I'm,
scrunched up.
and I swear, and it don't even be not even 1-2% there. It could just be
Bro,
something
wait
that
a
was
minute.
said, and now you getting in your feelings because you already frustrated about something, and the whole time we just asked a question, and
Wait a
you
I've been
minute.
taking
working
it
on
and
this
flipping.
toilet for
Look
2
at you
hours.
getting
Wait.
emotional,
It's funny you said that. I'm gonna go
um,
ahead and bring the wife up in this, right?
emotional
So
gangster
I'm
ass.
at work on Saturday, and she's like, "Hey, I swapped out the chandelier with the light that was in your room. I turned it on, and the fuse blew." I'm like, "Okay, well, did you turn off, the fuse panel first?" And immediately she was like, "Yes, I cut the fuse panel off." And you think I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just asking a question. I'm just
Now I
asking.
wasn't.
Just making sure."
Now, and it
I didn't
happens both.
say. I didn't go me.
Now,
But
see,
that's
now
exactly what the fuck she
I
heard,
think
and
I
Now
she
think
I'm
this
heard
is
not.
it.
a,
Now
I,
Only
I'm
getting
not
worse.
saying. I'm not saying it don't happen both ways. But what I am saying is that it definitely has happened to me
but
where
I
the
think
guy misunderstood how I said something or
no,
how.
but I think everybody's not perfect, right? And sometimes you
Mhm.
ask the stupidest, most generalist question because people have done that before. People have probably have not cut the fuse box off, so
It
Man,
happens.
don't get them started, bro.
that's what I'm saying. So it's not a dumb question. It's just that what
I'm not
Labora said.
even.
You put all this time into it. It's like I had 2 hours to think of this already.
I'm not even talking about. But see, I'm not even talking about like a dumb question. I'm just saying.
It's not a dumb question though. That's the
She
thing about
froze.
it. Yeah, she froze.
I'm
It's
not
not a
doing it.
dumb
I'm doing it
question.
wrong.
It's just that people do this. They don't do the most simplest thing. But when you just can't. You can never win in certain situations. Let's just face it. All right, we
Yeah,
gotta get
at
out
the
of
end
here.
of the day, yes, we don't want to be second guessed. We want you to listen to us the first time. I get if you have different ideas, give us the ideas, but don't make it seem like we haven't tried it. Okay, that's all. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Admit when you're wrong.
Stroke
We
your
don't have a
ego.
problem. We
Stroke your
don't. At
ego.
least I don't have a
Sometimes
problem
people
admitting
forget to
mine.
try things.
We out. We out.